everyone. Welcome into the Father-Son Football Fanatics podcast. We are your hosts, Michael and Caden. And
Of course.
We have an awesome show today. I'm really excited about it.
I told you guys we had some good things in plan, and we do.
Yes, we do. Hopefully you've already watched Caden's prediction video.
If not, pause this video. Click on our little icon, our little Father-Son Football Fanatics podcast icon with the Jamar Chase, and then click on that. Pause this video. Scroll down. It should be the second one you see after this video. Click on it, and then watch that one. It's only like 8 minutes. Then click out of it after you watch it fully. Then come back to this one and watch it.
Yes, go watch it. Like it. It's 8 minutes, but it's jam-packed full of commentary and good information. So make sure you go like that. Check to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel.
Because it's been unsubscribing people randomly.
Yes, we had a family member that was subscribed for sure. Pulled up the account on the phone, and it said that they were not subscribed. So we've had subscribers kind of come and go, and the numbers kind of been weird.
49, then we went down to 41, then we went up to 47, then we went up to 49. Now we're like 54 last time I checked, was just a minute ago.
So we appreciate all you guys subscribing. We love it. Continue that for us. But just go down and make sure that you are subscribed.
Let me say something.
And because YouTube is unsubscribing people, so it seems, allegedly, supposedly.
Our end goal for this year, the end of this year, is my goal is 100 subscribers on this channel.
Whoo! See, we didn't talk about that. We have not talked about this. That's we have a new goal, apparently. We're going to hit 100.
Unless we lose another 5 subscribers, and then we're back down to 49.
Who knows? Who knows? Hopefully the YouTube algorithms do not delete any more people. But yes, we'll shoot for 100. That's awesome. So make sure you tell everybody you know about it. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your kids are subscribed, and your grandparents and whoever else.
And your aunt, your uncle, your mom, your dad.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah, for sure. But without further ado, we're going to jump right into the show. We've only got about an hour before football time tonight, so we've got to get this in. Get it posted.
Now, if you're still in this video and you haven't watched the other one, you got to go watch it because I have the prediction for tonight's game.
Do you want to spoil that, or do you? Or no?
No, they gotta watch it. You can't.
You gotta go watch it.
You can't get the spoilers from this show. You gotta go to the other one and. First hit a like, and then you gotta watch the video, and then turn on post notifications. Make sure you're subscribed. That's all you gotta do.
It's it.
It's simple.
That's it. Simple solution. Simple.
And maybe
process.
write down some of my stuff. And if it is not good, write it down, and you can dog me in the comments next video or this video. I give you permission.
Yeah, and if you're a gambler, you might use some of his information to gamble on these games, and you might win a lot of money. So, but we don't promote gambling. Do not. This
gamble.
is not an endorsement of gambling. Anyway, we're getting off track here. Let's get right into the show. We're going to jump right in and do some starts and farts.
Starts and farts.
Starts and farts of the week. That is a segment we made up a few weeks ago. Actually, we were in Florida when we made up that segment, but we had to wait until football season.
Yeah, we planned that segment. We made the video drop for it. We were ready for it, but football just didn't start. It took forever. So we finally got to start using it.
Yeah. All right. So my first start. He goes by the name. He's a Buckeye. He goes by the name of Garrett Wilson. I think you should start him in your fantasy lineup. Every league I have him in, I'm starting him because he's been good the past 2 weeks. He got 10 points and then he got 30. That means he's going against the Bengals. We haven't been doing that good lately, so
that hurts.
So you gotta watch my prediction first before I'm not gonna spoil it. But.
They've got Joe Flacco in there throwing the ball.
Oh yeah.
So that's he's been doing good so far. He's back from the dead. So
He died?
his football career died. And now it is resurrected temporarily. So my start of the week is, my first one is Breece Hall. So it hurts me a little bit that your first start and my first start are both Jets, and they're going against the Bengals.
But Breece Hall's not going to do nothing. Garrett Wilson's going to do all the work.
Well, I have no doubt Garrett Wilson will get his share of the work. But as far as the running backs go, Michael Carter's been doing pretty well. But week 1, Breece Hall started off. He did decent. And then in week 2, he saw more opportunities, more carries, more points for fantasy. I think that trajectory goes up. I think Breece Hall continues to go up and kind of overshadow Michael Carter and take over that number 1 spot. So that's why I have him as my start of the week, because he's on that train upward. So that's my first start. What's your second one?
My second start is Curtis Samuel. We've talked a lot about him on this show. A lot. The past week.
Yeah.
2 weeks. I don't know. He's just going up in fantasy value, and if you got him off the waivers,
which I did,
you probably did, because nobody would have drafted Curtis Samuel. They didn't know.
You wouldn't.
They didn't. Like, he was projected 7 points, 6 points in the first game. Now he's up to 13, and he's 19 points, 22 points. He almost has more points this year than Jamar Chase does this year.
He seems to be Carson Wentz's first
target.
read, his main target. And it's, you go back to his time on the Panthers 2 years ago, and towards the back half of his first season, he looked really good. So good that people were drafting him pretty high the next season.
And he got hurt.
Only to be disappointed because he got hurt, I believe, in off-season or preseason. Never really played that season at all. So he was a really big letdown. But he's come back this year. He's got superstar quarterback Carson Wentz.
He's acting like it right now.
Right now he seems like it. And he seems to be his first target.
Or second after Terry McLaurin.
That is, I picked him, I think, last week or the week before. I don't know. I picked him for a couple of my segments. I was big on him. Still am. I would have picked him again, but I didn't want to pick him for the same thing twice. So that's why I didn't go with him. But my second start is Christian Kirk. And if you go and look at his games, he is
popping off.
He's popping off. He is Trevor Lawrence's first
Who else
target.
do they have on their team?
They've still got
James
Marvin
Robinson.
Jones. They've got James Robinson, Travis Etienne.
Who's their tight end? I thought they had a good tight end.
I don't know. They had Dan Arnold. They may have gotten rid of him.
No, that's the Dolphins.
Whoever their tight end is not fantasy relevant.
No, that's the Lions. I was thinking of T.J. Hawkinson.
Oh, yeah.
And, they only have, DJ Chark. And actually, Omaha St. Brown. I was about to put him on here as the start.
But he's obvious. I mean, he got 40 points last week. You start that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
he's pretty obvious. And, I mean, ours are pretty obvious. I'm going to put in Curtis Samuel if I have him. I'm going to put in Garrett Wilson, and I have him.
Yeah, but these are guys that you didn't really draft them to be your starter. You didn't draft Garrett Wilson to start him week 1.
You didn't draft Omaha St. Brown, though, to start week 1, but now he's just doing
really didn't. You didn't draft Christian Kirk to be your starting wide receiver.
You didn't start. Who else do you have?
On my team?
Yeah. On the
Breece Hall.
You didn't get Breece Hall to start.
You didn't pick Breece Hall over,
Alvin Kamara,
Dalvin Cook, Ezekiel Elliott, any of those guys.
I would.
Now, looking back, obviously, but the whole point for the segment is to find guys that are, you may be on the fence of starting another guy and this guy. These guys are going to have that big game this week, we think. Now, on to the guys who are going to be down the toilet this week.
Oh.
My first one, and I may get some hate for this. The
GOAT.
The GOAT eventually has to
Have a
step
bad
out
game.
of the limelight. Tom Brady. Tom Brady, yes, he's the greatest quarterback to ever play. I'm not doubting that. I'm not even arguing that. He's got the most Super Bowls. He holds all the records. Barely over Drew Brees because Drew Brees retired. I'm a Drew Brees fan. But anyway, Tom Brady, he's lost all of his weapons except Leonard Fournette.
And Julio Jones.
Julio Jones.
And I got Cole Beasley now.
Julio Jones is highly questionable. Mike Evans is not going to play. Chris Godwin is highly questionable. And even if those guys are game time decisions, put them in, you're not confident that they're going to be able to play the whole game and stay healthy.
Well, the thing about it is, I'm not starting Chris Godwin this week, even if he is unquestionable.
Exactly.
It's what I'm gonna say because, he's better than the guys I have on my team. But I have Chase Claypool and Chris Godwin. He's very hurt.
If you have the
Like he gets hurt
opportunity,
so much.
if you have the opportunity to play Chris Godwin, who's been questionable, he didn't play last week. You don't have confidence. You don't know. They're probably going to limit his work. You could play him, or you could play Darnell Mooney, or you could play KJ Osborne or Adam Thielen. These guys that are healthy, that have a higher potential. The guy from the Chargers, Josh Palmer. You could pick him up.
I don't think he's going to be on waivers anymore. He's been doing really
He's
good
on
lately.
waivers in a couple of our leagues that I was looking at today.
Really?
So you could pick up Josh Palmer, who is healthy and is going to play the whole game and has seemed to be a big target for Justin Herbert. And he is going to give you more potential than Chris Godwin in an unhealthy state. So anyway, that was a long way to get around back to Tom Brady is without his big weapons. And it's, I might get bit for this because Tom Brady just always seems to prove you wrong.
Proved me wrong last week. They beat the Saints with a hurt Alvin Kamara.
But the statistics and all the information we have, they're going against Green Bay, whose defense is looking pretty good. It's the Brady versus Rodgers toilet bowl because all their good players are out or not there anymore. So, it's one of those games. It's going to have a lot of hype, and I think Brady may not do near as good as you want him to do.
My second part is also...
How about your first one?
I already did my first one. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I'm confused.
I started. I threw you off.
Okay, my first fart is a guy. He goes by the name DK Metcalf. I think he has 16 points combined.
Yes.
And
Yes, he does.
Curtis Samuel has more than 16 points in both games.
Yeah.
Personally, no hate to DK Metcalf. He just has a horrible quarterback. He was just like Jerry Judy and Cortland Sutton. They're good with Russell Wilson now. But Geno Smith.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith is not the answer. I'm sorry.
He's not. And
They got
Seattle
rid of
knows
Russell
that.
Wilson.
Seattle knows
I
that.
actually like the Seahawks.
I agree with you. However, if DK is going to finally have that game that you wanted him to have when you drafted him, it's going to be this week. They go up against the Falcons.
I didn't look at that, but still.
So I'm not disagreeing with you because I have him and he has disappointed me for 2 weeks in a row. But
What league?
in the NFL league, the money league. So if he has his week, it's going to be against the Falcons this week. He's going to come out and try to prove himself. I hope he's not a fart for my fantasy sake, but I don't disagree with your decision of putting him there.
He's going to be a fart.
So now, my second fart is on the opposite side of the ball on that same matchup. On the Falcons, Kyle Pitts. He has, for a guy with so much athletic ability and so much hype coming out of college and over 1,000 yards last year, he has, I think he's had 2 touchdowns in his whole career. They acted like they didn't want to throw him the ball last week. They don't want to throw him touchdowns. I mean, that's evident. So I think Kyle Pitts is a big fart this week. You drafted him high. You feel like you got to play him, but
You don't.
You don't. You can pick up
Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas. That's what I was going to say.
And you're going to be better off with Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas has proven already this year he's going to give you
And
a solid
if you
floor.
have Hayden Hurst on the waivers, pick up Hayden Hurst. If you have,
Gerald Everett.
I wouldn't pick him up over Pitts.
He's had 2 killer games.
Really?
Yeah. He's like tight end number 3 or something right now.
Well, pick him up.
But he's probably not on waivers. But Logan Thomas, Tyler Higbee's had a pretty good season so far. Some of these guys may be hanging out on the waivers. TJ Hawkinson maybe. Try your luck with somebody else over Kyle Pitts. That's my advice. So, you didn't give your second one yet, did you?
No.
Who's your second fart?
It is on the opposite side of the Tampa Bay game.
Oh, on the Packers?
On the Packers.
Okay.
He is a running back. And his name starts with an A. And ends with a J.
Can't be Aaron Jones.
Ends with a J. There's only 2. A.J. Dillon. He's going to be a fart this week. Yes, that's all I got to really say. He's going to be a fart. He is going to fart on Tom Brady.
So him and Tom Brady will fart together in that game?
Yeah.
They're going
to fart on each other.
Game fart buddies? I don't know. That's
Fart.
making that up on the spot. That was we'll throw that one in the toilet. Whoosh. Never use that joke again.
Flush it down.
Flush it down just like those farts.
Oh, we
All
should
right.
do that segment. Flush it down.
Hey, keep your eyes peeled for that segment.
Flush it down.
Flush them down.
Just like starts and farts, but just flush it down. Just drop them on the waiters.
All right, well, that does it for the Starts and Farts segment.
Starts and farts of the week.
We are going to get right into
A new segment.
the new segment that we have.
Don't tell them the name. It's a surprise.
I'm going to tell them the name right now.
No.
It is
Cut the cord!
Hold On for Dear Life. All right. So
agreed
did you
in.
catch that?
Yes, because you're going to leave it in. Or no, you're going to leave it in, Jeff.
I didn't know our producer's name was Jeffrey. Okay. Cut the cord or hold on for dear life. That is the name of this segment. Essentially, what the
Do you want to
segment
hear
is
something?
for.
Do you want to hear something?
Sure.
You made it up again. I never get to make up this segment.
Our producers made it up, okay?
Bruh.
So, the point of this segment, players that you drafted them to be a starter, and they're not doing well. 2 weeks in, they are trash. They're just playing terrible. Do you cut the cord on this player, or do you hold on for dear life in hopes that they get better throughout the season and you can eventually have confidence in starting them. So, I've got the list. I'm going to read them. I want you to give me your thought.
I'm blind reacting to these picks
Yes,
right now.
Caden does not know who the players are yet, but we'll kind of discuss them and
But I'm
talk
going to
about
predict
what you think.
one is going to be DK Metcalf.
We'll see. We'll see. So, first one on the list. I want your honest feedback. Do you cut the cord or do you hold on for dear life to Darnell Mooney?
Cut.
That quick,
Being
huh?
serious. Cut.
That quick.
Yeah.
He was a stud last year. He looked really good. He's the first option for Justin Fields. But the first option for Justin Fields is not
It's Justin Fields.
it's not really panning out. So Darnell Mooney, I've got him in one league, and
I've got him in one league too.
I'm hanging on by a thread. Like this week, if he does not perform, that thread is cut. He's gone.
I have him in one league. It's your work league, and I can't get rid of him because I have like nobody else. Because my main guy was Chris Godwin. I have Tyreek Hill, and I have somebody else that's good, but I have Gary Wilson. But I have, and it's like a 4 wide receiver
But
league.
it's a 3 wide receiver league. You have 3 wide receivers
And
in
a
your
flex.
starting lineup and a flex. So you have to
Pretty
have
tough.
that wide receiver depth.
Yeah, and I think I benched Darnell Mooney and put in Chase Claypool, Garrett Wilson, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
I might have him as a flex.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, and you're kind of in the position where you have to just hold on for dear life.
But I have Chris Godwin. When he comes back fully healthy, I'll put him in, and I'm 2-0 in that league.
Yeah.
I'm doing really good, and I'm playing the best guy right now.
So when Chris Godwin's back, you'll cut Darnell Mooney,
Maybe
get rid of him.
depends. I also have J.K. Dobbins, which
He almost made this list.
I'm not gonna cut him. I'm not gonna cut him. He's J.K. Dobbins.
But it's injury. It's not performance based, so that's why I didn't pick him. But so Darnell Mooney, we agree that you give him that one last shot, and if this week he doesn't perform, basically you cut him, cut the cord. All right, second one. Do you cut the cord or do you hold on for dear life to Ezekiel Elliott?
I'm gonna hold on to Zeke. You can't just cut Ezekiel Elliott to the waivers, but you have to hold on. Hope he does better.
Yeah, you've got the number 6 running back from last year.
I don't know how he made it to number 6.
And you feel like you drafted him at a super good deal because you got the running back number 6 for in the 3rd or 4th round.
You got him in the 5th, and then you traded him away, and you got like A.J. Brown.
I did. I feel good about that one. But so to me, Ezekiel Elliott, I agree. You got to hold on.
He'd be good on a different team. The Cowboys just don't utilize him. They don't use him at all. They use him to block.
Yeah.
They don't use him to run. And if they do, he's like they run him up the middle. They don't give him like toss. And if they did, he'd honestly be worse because he's not the greatest at tosses. He's a big bulky running back. But I just feel like if he was on a different and better team that would use him more, he wouldn't be on my farts list or my bold predictions to bench him.
Yeah.
I feel bad because like they don't use him to run.
Yeah.
Or,
he's
like,
on
to
the
pass.
bench. He's on the bench, but he's not cut. You're hanging on for dear life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree there. Third one on this list, Cam Akers.
Cut. I'm cutting him. Like no, I'm not even kidding. I'm cutting him.
I agree.
Except on the league that you cut him in. The one that goes on forever, I'm not cutting him in.
The Dynasty League, I cut him. He wasn't giving me anything.
I picked him up. I'm putting him on the bench. I'm stashing him for later. So say one of my guys retires. Say Aaron Jones retires in about 5 years. I got a young 27-year-old Cam Akers or something. He's not young at that point.
I get it.
Or-
Dynasty's a little bit different.
Or like 2 years or next year. If he does good, I'm putting him in
Yeah,
as a starter.
for sure.
But now we got Jalen Waddle,
But-
CeeDee Lamb, Jefferson.
But so far, he is not impressed.
Yeah.
So that was where my list was going to end until you and I had a conversation.
About DK Metcalf?
Number 4, DK Metcalf.
I knew it.
Do you cut the cord,
Yeah.
or do you hold on for dear life to DK Metcalf?
I'm gonna hold on to him. Like I'm benching him this week, but I'm holding on to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the make or break week for me.
But
If
the
he
thing
doesn't do well against the Falcons,
You can't drop a star player like that. DK Metcalf with a good quarterback like Russell Wilson, he was getting 20 points a game.
I know. But what you have to do is take him and take another so-so player, take an Ezekiel Elliott and DK Metcalf, pair them and trade them for somebody better. Trade them for an A.J. Brown. Trade them for a
If you have
James
both,
Robinson.
If you have both of them on your team, I'm sorry.
yeah.
That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
So I agree there. DK Metcalf is not a total cut. You can't cut him. You got to hold on for dear life and hope he does better. So that's going to do it for that segment. Cut the cord or hold on for dear life. Hopefully that information and that advice helps you
I've got a
make
tablet
that
now.
decision. So
I can just type now, right? Just type.
yeah, you could.
Just go.
At that point, it's time to wrap it up. Caden's ADHD is kicking in. We've had problems with that before, so.
Yeah, can't stop me.
Too much sugar for dinner, right?
We haven't even had dinner.
Yeah, well, you had some donuts. We had some donuts for dinner.
Well, actually, I think I'm gonna get McDonald's for dinner. So that's not the greatest, but
Well, we'll see.
I'm going to.
We'll see. The game starts
In about 10 minutes,
about
20 minutes.
25 minutes or so.
So we gotta post it before
we've
that.
got to wrap it up, edit this, post it so you can watch it. But that is it for the show today.
I'm
Make
ready.
sure you like, subscribe, show us some love, give us some comments. Let us know
Okay.
if you would cut the cord or hold on for dear life.
By now, you had to have watched my thing. Tonight's game prediction: the Browns are gonna win. I spoiled it.
You spoiled it. You said you weren't going to spoil
They
it.
had to know if they didn't watch the last podcast.
Oh my gosh.
But if you didn't, you have to unsubscribe. No, I'm just kidding. Don't unsubscribe, please.
You have to create another YouTube account and subscribe on that one. No.
You have
All
to create
right.
5 more YouTube accounts.
That's going to be it. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. We will see you next time.
Bye.